Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 295 of the Level Up program, and it's day number 5, Friday, of the Black Belt program. And if you're new to the program here, this is about my learning how to shoot the dice at the craps table, as well as practice a blue-collar craps style of play. In the chat on YouTube, we got Brian Flegel checking in number 1, Coffee Land, Roger OMC Craps, Demon Dog Chris, Coach Joe, Ron from California Craps Club. Good morning to all. And we're still waiting for some people to check in on the kick.com side of things. If you've not checked that out yet, make sure you go over there, check that out. It's a little bit more timely of a display, not as much lag as what YouTube shows. So my mind just goes in a thousand different directions all the time, and I'm watching the introduction. And just so you know, guys, when I'm doing my intro on the when it's open up the video here, there's no volume here, so you guys must listen to that every single day. And that tune at the end there, kind of catchy, kind of sticks in your mind a little bit. So if you guys are humming that today, I'm sorry. But we got Buckeye Slim checking in. We got Brian from Crapping Camper. Brian, I think, won Jeff's D8 tournament this week, so congratulations to him. I'm not positive on that, but I think that's what happened. Anyhow, today is Friday. Just as an FYI, there will be no show this coming Monday. I will be out of town for the day, so I will not be able to do a live stream on Monday. I am hoping to get a new computer this weekend, so I will be able to get that black belt video edited, if you will, at least part of it done this weekend. And my current computer that I was using my program was crashing too many times, and it was just taking way too long. So I thought, I'm just going to get a new one. I'm going to try a new editing program as well. So there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve going forward here. Good morning, Chris from Dice DJ. We got Joel, JR22 checking in. So let's get started here. And we're going to start off with a $10 pass line bet. We have a $1,480 bankroll. Our goal is to hopefully get up to $1,600 or more today. So if we can get $120 to $150 profit, that would be sufficient and fine with me. So $15 pass line bet. Let's go 555 and the ATS right away. And we're going to go with a $3 craps check. We're going to start it off right from the gusto here. And good morning, Frida. We're going to be using the Yuri style grip today. So we'll go all bets set. And I was doing a little bit of warm up with the 3-finger front par grip. I was not tossing very well, so I switched over to the Yuri grip, and I had a little bit better tosses. So hopefully it does continue through unto today. Dice out. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice split apart just slightly when they left my hands. Well, we have a 5, 3, 8. That is a great 8. That'll be our first point for the day. So 5, 3, 8. Let me get that entered in on KPI there. And let me pop over to the screen really quick here to let you guys know what we're going to be doing for our dice. Again, we're sticking with that 3V dice set here today, and for the next probably 850 throws after this. But we're going to answer these questions as we go through the dice throws. The first question is there any deviations of my throw? So posture, grip, release, landing zone, energy levels, etc. And if there was no deviation in my throw, the next question I'm going to ask is there a 3 or 4 on top? And if there is, then that's a good sign. The next question we're going to ask is if there's a warning zone or warning result. So on the cousin 1 set, if it's an explosion or a single pitch towards us, that's a warning sign, or if it's an implosion or a single pitch away. Cousin 2 would be the opposite. And the last question we're going to ask ourselves is that throw repeatable? And that's going to be all the different things that's going to go into seeing if we have a decent dice roll, and something that we can actually start predicting somewhat and start changing the dice sets so that way we can get a more extended roll. We can start that 7 off a little bit longer than normal. So we're going to go 66 inside bet level. We're going to pick up the 4 and 10 for $10 a piece. So we got $10 on the 4 and 10. We got 15 on that 5 and 9, 18 on the 6. No pass line odds. We got Navaldo checking in on YouTube. Good morning. So Buckeye's asking if he can request a match against Sith Lord SB in the first round if he joins. I met up with Corey 2 weeks ago, or last weekend. He's a very fun person. But you know, that was a single pitch of that left eye. That was a single pitch of the right eye. So that was ultimately a primary hit on the back side. And we're going to call that all bets set here and dice out. Again, we're using that Yuri style grip. That's where we grasp the dice on the edges of the dice. So let me see if I can get that in the camera there. So we're grabbing the edges and dice out. And we have a 2-1-3 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. Getting a little bit of saucy early in the morning here. So what's the plans for everybody for the weekend? Good morning, Bam. I'm always curious. This week I'm not working any overtime, so I'm actually have the whole weekend off. Normally I'll pick up Friday nights as an overtime thing. That was a 2-1-3, so that was that was a single pitch away on the left eye. That was a single pitch towards us on the right eye. So that's a double pitch ultimately. So we got to be a little bit careful on that. And we'll have to be, hopefully, not have any more double pitches here going forward. But let's go all bets set and dice out. That did nothing for our bets. Dice out. Sticking with the 3-2-3-6. And we got a 2-4-6, the Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So that'll be our first box hit for this shooter. And that's going to allow us to go inside pressure 1 unit on each. Good morning, Arnell checking in. So we're going to pressure up 1 unit on all the inside numbers. So we're at $20 on a 5 and 9, 24 on that 6. Let's go $10 in pass line odds. I had a talk with Arnaud when I was down there last weekend, and I was laughing about how he throws questions out to rile me up. So that is funny. Black belt definitely does count. I have a couple different black belts here, Arnaud. I have a brown belt as well. Don't have a pink belt. I bet you have one of those hanging around there, though. After one of our conversations, I would guess that. So let's go all bets set here. Dice out. $18 brought back to the rack so far. 124 on the table. Dice out. Oop, dice split apart. Let's regrip them. And we got a 4-4 hard 8 square pair. So that is our point. So we hit the point. We'll be coming out looking for a new point coming up. That was a bottom side primary. So it was on the bottom of both dice. Consider it a primary hit. And we got the gaming pit checking in on kick. That is awesome. It is definitely ahead of YouTube, isn't it? And gaming pit is Buckeye Slim, I believe, right? Yes. But anyhow, let's go 3-2-3-6 again. And we're going to be coming out looking for new points. So we're going to stick with that $15 pass line bet. We're going to go with a $3 crap check. That is okay. Good. I'm glad I was already in that one. Now, the gaming pit, I believe, is the name of your business that you're trying to start. And I believe that's on the East Coast. If anybody's interested in checking that out, he's going to do kind of like a casino type, casino quest type business, if I'm not mistaken. So let's call this all bets set. We got $15 pass line bet, $3 crap check. Our ATS is still intact, and our box numbers are turned off. And let's go dice out. Dice did cross right at the end. We have a 6-5 mid-mo yo. That is Chiro coming to us from above. That will be a pass line come out winner, a natural. So we're going to stick with that $15 pass line bet. We're going to stick with that $3 crap check. So you're also doing private online sessions through your website as well, okay? So make sure you guys check that out if that's something that you are interested in. That was a explosion on that left die. That was an implosion on the right die. So it was ultimately a drift to the left of the dice. 3, 2, 3, 6. And that was the second time that we had either a 3 or 4 not show up. Good morning, Bam. I did say hi to you already. Okay. But let's call this all bet set. Again, $3 crap check, $15 pass line bet. Box numbers are turned off and all bets set. Looking for a new point. Roll number 6 for the shooter. And we have another 5-6 mid-mo yo. So consistency starting to show up a little bit. That's going to help me with a little bit of determination here. So that is 2 naturals. Pass line come out winners. So we are $69 up so far already. We're going to stick again with that $15 pass line bet. And I'm going to rotate the dice away from you a little bit here. So we're going back to the 3, 2, 3, 6 dice set. We're going to rotate them both 1/4 turn away. So we got a 2, 4, 6, 4. So hopefully we get that 3 or 4 to show up again since we had 2 in a row that were the same. So let's go all bet set here and dice out. Actually, they were not the same. The first one was a drift. The second one was a single pitch towards us and a single pitch away. So that was a double pitch on that second one. We're still going to go 2, 4, 6, 4. Dice out. And we have Magic Aces, 1-1-2. Still looking for a point, but that's going to help us with that ATS bet. And our craps check does cover that. So that is not a hurt for us. We actually make $6 off of that, I think it is. It's either $6 or $7. I think it's $6 off of that. So it's still profit brought back to the rack there. $21 brought back off of that one. We lost only 15 on that. So again, $15 pass line bet. Still looking for a point. Shooter number 1 here. Went on to roll number 8. And that was a, what was it, 1-1-2. So that would have been an implosion of that left die, and that would have been a double pitch on the right die. So the Wisconsin State Wrestling Tournament started yesterday. We have a 120-pound female from Manitowoc, Wisconsin that's in, and she won both of her matches yesterday. She is ranked number 2 in the state with that. And so I'm really excited to see that happening, and hopefully she wins the next 2. And then if she wins the next 2 matches, that will put her as number 1 at state tournament. And it means that she has won that. Good morning, SJ. Buckeyes saying put the craps check at $4. Use a little bit of that profit. So let's go all bet set and a line bet to $20. He's saying, okay, we'll give it a shot. Let's go $20 on a pass line, $4 on a craps check. And we'll go all bet set. So that's kind of pressing it up a little bit. That's a game that I need to get a little bit better at, is that come out game, using some of the profits to generate more money on the come outs and that. So 3, 2, 3, 6, dice out. And the dice did bounce around a little bit, but we have a 2-2 hard for the Ian double deuce. So 4 will be our new point. And as far as bets go, we can pull our bets down. We'll go 44 inside on this. So we should have enough profit brought back to the rack to be out of this shooter, at least at that break-even point. So almost. We're at $71 brought back to rack, 79 on the table because of the $20 pass line bet and the $5 ATS. So that was a single pitch on that left die. That was an explosion on the right die. 3, 2, 3, 6 will be our dice set. And I don't know if you guys can hear the running across the ceiling here and the screaming upstairs. The grandchild's running rapid right now. So she just woke up and came down and they're getting ready to bring some of the kids to school. We'll go all bets set here. Dice out, 13 people playing on Crapsee. You got 23 people watching on YouTube, 11 likes. On the kick.com side, we have 2 people watching, and if you are new on the kick.com site, make sure that you do give me a follow. Every little bit of help on either channel does help me out a lot. Dice out. Dice split apart when I left my fingers. We have a 1-1-2 again. Magic Aces. That should be a repeater win, I believe. And that it is. So all we need to do is get that 415, the horse and buggy, truck and camper, or the Justice Gen, and we will hit that small, which is an early success, I guess. That does not answer my first question on that quiz that we had. The mechanics were off. There was a deviation there. And the reason the deviation showed was that both dice went to the left on me. So that means that I had a slight twist to the right on my hand when I released the dice. So I need to make sure that that I'm square when it does release from my hand. So it does not help my bets at all. We'll go all bets set here and dice out. Buckeye is saying that I'm going to hit it, so we'll see. If I don't, I don't. If I do, we do. It is what it is. Dice out. And we did not hit it, but we have a 2, 6, 8, the Duracell 8. Go out, support free live craps. So that is a single pitch on both dice. So it's a primary on the front face. So we're going to stick with that 3, 2, 3, 6. We're going to roll the dice back. We'll go to the 2, 4, 6, 4 for a roll here and see what happens with that. And the reason I'm doing that is because the 3 in that 4 on top has not shown up for 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls. So we have to make sure we can try to get that dice on top. So that was the 8 that we hit. That was a collect. Now we are definitely in a profit for the shooter, so we're going to start trend betting upwards as we go. We have $85 brought back to the rack, 79 on the table, and we'll call that all bets set here. Dice out. Again, we're using that Erie style grip. I did some warm-ups this morning. I was not throwing too well with the normal 3-finger front power grip. A little short on the landing zone, and we have another 8. We have a 2, 6, 8, the Duracell 8. Again, go out, support free live craps. Give that thumbs up where deserved. Subscribe if you haven't done so for myself, as well as all the other craps creator channels that you do enjoy watching. So the other 2 matches on the Wisconsin tournament, by the way, we're going to go to $18 on a 6 and 8, so we're going to press both of those up 1 unit each. So the other 2 Wisconsin individuals that I'm watching is from a city about an hour away, maybe about 45 minutes to an hour away here. And they're the Mirasella twins, and they're ranked number 2 and number 3, respectively, in the nation. The second ranked one is the 190-pound class, and then the third ranked one in the nation is the 285-pound weight class. And the funny thing is they both weigh approximately the same amount of weight. So the heavyweight, the 285, is actually wrestling people that are 60, 70, 80 pounds heavier than he is. But they both won both their matches yesterday also. And it was like watching a cat play with a mouse, their opponents, because they were so agile and so good at what they do. It made it look like they're just tossing the people around with the paws of their hands. I mean, it was just like easy for them. Let's go all best set here. Again, we're gonna go, that was a 2-6. So we're gonna go back to the 3-2-3-6 again, because that 3 or 4 did not show up. And we'll call it all bet set, dice out. And we got midnight. OMC craps, all the dots and all the spots. Midnight. So that was not a usual roll. The dice did bounce up pretty high. They came straight down. That was almost doing a lap with Coach Joe there, almost. And if you guys don't know what doing a lap of Coach Joe is, that means one or both of the dice went off the table, or it's considered a no roll. So that was an explosion on that left side. That was a single pitch on the right side. That was a deviated throw, so that was different than the norm. But what would that be? So single pitch away with an explosion. So that would still be a safe situation because we're using a cousin one set. Explosion and single pitch towards is where our warning signs comes in. So that does nothing for our bets. We have $99 brought back to the rack, 91 on the table, and we'll call it all bet set. Another example Coach Joe goes is like hitting the camera with the dice. Yep, that's right. 3-2-3-6, dice out. Dice split apart in midair. Well, we have the 2-2 E and double deuce again, so we hit the point. So that is another point hit. That's our second point made and hit so far on this shooter. And yesterday we started off really strong as well. Our first 2 shooters did well, and then we followed up with 2 not so great shooters. So that was a single pitch on that left die. That was an explosion on the right die. So that was a single pitch away with an explosion. And that is still safe. So 3-2-3-6 is what we're going to stick with. 3-2-3-6. And I was $20 brought back. Let's go to $4 craps check again. We'll stick with that $20 pass line bet. 119 brought back to the rack. 95 on the table. And let's go all bets set and dice out. So Buckeye got off of a kick because he had nobody to chat with him. It's too funny. So here we go. Let's look for a new point. See if we can make it the 5. Dice out. And guess what, guys? We did make it to 5. We have the 2-3 Justice 5. Watch that screen, half of that screen light up green. There we go. We hit the small. So that's good. And we have a new point established, a third individual point. That took a while here, but we got her. So that is, guys, that's goal. I made my goal and then some. So what I'm going to do is, how are we going to do this? My goal is to get up to 1,600. If I took everything off the table, it would be at 1,745. So that gives me $40 to play with. Let's go $100 to play with. Let's go 110 inside and see where that brings us. So, and that way we're still at goal. We're at 1,630 if I lost everything right now. So we're still $20 over goal today. So that's perfect. Let's go with that 110 inside. So we got $30 on a 6 and 8. We have 25 and a 9, the $20 pass line bet. And we could really start pressing our bets up here from now on. So Awesome. Okay, let's go. That was a 2-3, so that was going to be a single pitch on the left. That's a primary on the right. 3-2-3-6, and all bets set. Dice out. And all we need is that 9 and 10 now. If we can get that 9 and 10, that would be an awesome roll. Here we go. A little bit long on the landing zone. We have another 5, 4-1-5. That is a buckshot, or Buckeye buckshot. And that would be after Buckeye Slim, Buckeye buckshot. So 4-1-5, point made, point hit. Wow, okay, cool. Let's see if we can pick up a 4th point here, and we'll work on a 4-point fire bet right away. Now, what the hell? Who knows? This will be roll number 16 coming up. We had a 3 or 4 showing on that one. That's good. That was a double pitch on the left die. That was a single pitch on the right die. So that's ultimately a single pitch of the die. So that is safe. 3-2-3-6. And we're going to, I'm going to bring the pass line back down to $10 now. And we'll go $2 craps check on that one. And the reason being is so whatever point we have, we could put either odds on the pass line or we could put some money on that 5, depending on what the point becomes here. So let's go all bets set here and dice out. That is Take a Lap with Coach Joe. The dice fell out of my fingers as I'm ready to throw them. Guys, that does not happen very often, so I am running around the table. 1 second, we'll run around the table here, we'll get all the way around, and if I'm out of breath by the time I get back, there's my hand, so you guys know I'm doing the lap. I'm sure Coach Joe will enjoy that one. Could you imagine doing that in a real casino? Dropping the dice and running around the table and coming back to your shooting position again? Let's go. All bets set, dice out. And we got a 4-3-7. That is a come out 7, so that does reset that ATS, unfortunately. Maybe it's because I took that damn lap. But that's a pass line winner, natural. So our roll still does extend here. Unfortunately, we only need that 9 and 10 there before. Watch out for injuries, says Tris Steven Jog. That's what happened with us old fogies running around the table. 3-2-3-6. I think I pulled a hip. Oh my God, no. Good morning, Marble Fork. Checking in on the kickback side of it, .com side of it. So that $10 pass line bet covered the 2 ATS bets that were left over. We're just going to stick with the $10 pass line bet. We're not going to do any crap check right now. 11 people on Crapsee, 19 people watching, 13 likes on YouTube, and all bets set here. Still looking for a new point. Still on shooter number 1. Dice out. And we have a 2-5-7, another 7 on the come out. That left die, or I'm sorry, the right die actually slipped out of my fingers that time. So that would be almost another lap there with Coach Joe. But we did get them both down to the end of the table. So mechanically wise, that was a deficiency in the throw. So it keeps it the same. Again, we're going to stick with that $10 pass line bet. We have $293 brought back to the rack, $95 on the table currently. We will be bringing some more money back on the table once we get a point established here. That does ruin the SOR, though. That SOR was greatly brought down from those 2 come out 7s there. But our SOR today is at a 17, so that should hopefully bring our statistics back up a little bit on the black belt. Let's go all bets set here. Dice out. Slightly short in the landing zone, but we have a KitchenAid mixer, the 156. So So our new point will be a 6. That is our 4th new point. So let's see if we can buckshot it right away. 1, 5, 6. So that was an implosion on that left die, and that was an implosion on the right die. So that was a double implosion of the dice. So 3, 2, 3, 6. Good morning, Uncle Hoke, who's checking in here on YouTube. And I'm surprised that you're checking in because Brian's going live as we speak right now. So Hawaii Crapshooters is going live right now. 6 is the point, so we're going to take that $30 off there. We're going to go $20 pass line odds. We're going to pick up the 5 for a quarter. And let's start trend betting upwards. Let's see if we can bring a nice healthy profit back to the rack today on Friday. Dice out. What is wrong with my grip? That's another coach show. By the way, that was a 1-3-4. We're not going to count it. So I'm taking another lap here, guys, but I'm getting too old for the running, so we're just going to pretend that we took a lap. Oh, my God. Dice out here. I might have to switch over to the 3-finger front par because for some reason I'm grabbing these dice too light where they're actually slipping out of my fingers. Dice out. And we have a 6-5 mid-mo-yo. Again, Cheerio coming to us from above. I think that might be a repeater win as well. And it was not. Why was that not a repeater win? I'm not sure because the last one was, no, that should have been a repeater win. That's weird. Did not come across as a repeater win. So that is the third 11, and I think third 11 should be repeaters. Oh, well. Good morning, Kevin Smith checking in. That would be Kevin the Carpenter. So that was an explosion on that left die. That was a implosion on the right die. So that was a drift of the dice again. Drifted left. And he's busy plowing snow at work. Awesome. Better you than me, my friend. We have not had any, we've had 2 snowstorms this winter so far, and we have 0 snow on the ground right now. In fact, yesterday, and keep in mind, it is February, it is Wisconsin, we were in the low 50s yesterday. It was unflippin' real. So, dice up. A little bit high energy, guys. 5, 2, 7, ouch. So that is the end of the row. We did not hit that 4th fire bet, which kind of sucks, but that would have been kind of neat. But that was a sharpshooter, paying out 6-1 on that one. We had 20 rolls with a 6.7 SRR and a 20.0 SOR for the first one there. Oh, it does, George. Okay, that I did not know. That come out 7s resets the repeater bets. I did not know that. Interesting. I thought the only thing that reset was the ATS, but apparently I was wrong. So, okay, thank you. But good morning, George. So we got enough time here for at least 1 or 2 more shooters. Let's go hopefully 1 shooter. But we'll stick with the 3, 2, 3, 6, and we're going to switch over to the 3-finger front par style grip now, because for some reason, like I said, my grip is becoming so loose that it's actually slipping on my fingers. I'm not going to do any betting. I made my profit. I made a profit of $180 today, so we're going to stick with that. And we're gonna come out resets any bet that rewrites you to hit numbers before 7. Okay, so 10 people on Crapsee. Make sure you get your bets in. Make sure you push the I am ready button. We got 23 people watching, 13 likes, and all bets set here. Dice out. So switching grips here. Make sure you bet appropriately, please, and dice out. And we have a 2, 3, 5, Justice 5. So 5 will be our first point. That left one did kind of take off on us a little bit. So the sharpshooter or the fire bets do not reset. Okay, thanks, Chris. So again, we have a 3 on top. That was a single pitch on the left die. That was a primary on the right die. So we're going to stick with 3 sticks. And again, if you're just joining in, guys, all we're doing is a 3V dice set, either a cousin 1 variety or the cousin 2 variety. And we're looking for 3s and 4s on top. If not, we'll do a quarter turn away from us on both dice. Just looking for consistency, and we're basically trying to train our mind to interpret the dice a little bit faster without having to toss them around and try to find what the answer was. And I'm actually getting them down pretty decent in that aspect, so dice out. That was a mechanical thing. We landed right on the landing zone, and the dice did take off on us 527. So I got out of the dice, or I got out of the betting early. Again, I am warning you guys not to bet too heavily right now until we get this grip down. So that was a mechanical deficiency on that last throw there. So. And that shot that SOR down and the SRR a little bit. So again, I'm not going to do any betting here, guys. Make sure that you do get your bets in. What do I do? Do I stick with that Uri grip, or do I go with 3-finger power grip? I think I'm going to go back to the Uri grip again, because that's where we had the nice roll on for that first shooter. So press that I am ready button, please, when you are ready. Hopefully the new version of Crapsee comes out. That would be very nice, so that way we don't have to do the hurry up and get your buttons pushed thing, because it'll actually have a counter on there. I'm going to probably set it at a 10-second counter, so that way it'll count down for you guys, and you guys will know exactly when the bets are no longer valid. So we'll call that all bets set here. Dice out, Uri style grip, 3-2-3-6. They stay cross on me. We have a come out 7-1-6-7. Single pitch on that right die. That is an implosion on the left die. Good morning, Danny. Puck off. Checking in on YouTube. 3-2-3-6. And that is 1-2. 2 rolls in a row without a 2 or 3 or 4, but that was not good throw in that last 2 of them were not good throws. So we'll go all bet set here. Dice out. Dice stay crossed on us again. This time we have OMC Craps, all the dots and all the spots. Midnight. Excuse me, I had to sneeze there. So that is a single pitch on that right die. That's an explosion on the left eye. So that is a single pitch away and an explosion. So that is safe for the 3V disc set. I don't know where that sneeze came from, but it came out of nowhere. So yeah, this weekend I'll hopefully get that new computer. I can start editing the black belt video. I'm going to be watching a little bit of Wisconsin State Wrestling online. I got a subscription to Flow Wrestling or Flow Sports last night. I'm going to purchase it for a month. If you guys ever do the Flow Sports, that is a flippin' ripoff, because if you sign up on the month-to-month plan, they keep on charging you every single month until you go out and you cancel the darn membership. And did that 2 years ago, and it took me forever to figure out how to cancel the membership. Last year was a little bit easier, but they don't make it too easy for you because they obviously want to keep on charging you. And we'll go dice out. Slightly short of the landing zone. We have a 4-6-10. That is Waylon's best friend Wayne and Daddy Joe. I think that's our first 10 for the day. It is. Wow. Okay. So it's 25 rolls in before we had a 10. So that shows you that we are not random here. They might show a little bit random, but that's a double pitch on that left die. That's a single pitch on the right die. So that's ultimately a single pitch of the dice. Again, 3, 2, 3, 6. And let's call that all bets set. Press that button, please. There's 5 people that press it. 6 people press it out of 10. I know for a fact that I cut some people off because I don't want to wait forever, but I apologize. And let's go all bet set. Buckeye goes, the I'm ready button locked him out of the bonus. That sucks. That's out. Again, those dice cross, but we have another 3-1-4. That's the Big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. So I shouldn't say another one because that was the first time we threw a big 4. All the other ones were the double deuces. So 3-1-4, Big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. Primary on the left, single pitch towards us on the right. 3, 2, 3, 6. And I'll go all bet set. I have a bunch of things to send out today. I have to bring my mom. She fell last week and had 6 stitches in her head. So I got to go bring her to the hospital, get those stitches taken out today, and go pick up some meds for her. So quite a few things, and that's amongst trying to get some sleep today because I was up all night last night. We have a 639 center field 9. Dice were a little erratic on that throw. They both hit the dice, our back wall. They crossed and flew away from where our landing zone should have been. So if you're playing at ATS, we need the 8 and the 11 for the tall right now. We already hit the small earlier today. All we need is the 10 and 11 to hit the tall. What did we throw last time? We threw a 6-3, so that's an explosion of the dice and a primary. So again, 3, 2, 3, 6. And let's call it all bets set here. That's all. Defined okay, Chris. She is going through mid stages dementia right now, and it really took a huge turn for the worse in the last 6 months or so. 6 months ago, I would have said beginning stages, but she's definitely mid stages now. Place out. And we have a 4-3-7. So that is a 7 out. Now is shooter number 3. Let's go with another shooter. Let's see if we can get a double-digit roll on this last shooter here. This will be the last shooter coming up here for the day, for the week, actually. Danny goes, team no sleep there for him also. So I was debating if I should take a nap when I get done here. Good morning, Cadillac Jack. Checking in on Kick. I was debating if I was going to go to bed after done with the show or not. I know I have to give Coach Joe a call when I'm done here. And I'll be calling him about a half an hour or so. And then I'm going to probably run to the post office, bring her to do that stuff. And then maybe I can get a little bit of sleep for a couple hours. I do not work tonight, so I can actually get some sleep tonight as well. So, guys, I'm going to go back on the table. I'm going to bet on this next run here. I'm going to pretend this is a new session. So we're going to go $15 pass line bet, 555 on the ATS, $3 craps check. And I will call this all bets set here. And dice out. Here we go. 2, 6, 8, Duracell 8. Dice landed tight together, they split apart after they hit the back wall there. And 8 will be our new point. Session number 2 for the day. We're hitting primarily inside numbers, so we are going to stick with that 66 inside bet level. And we'll put $10 on the 4 and 10 as well. So we have $98 on the table with the pass line and the ATS bet. Good morning, John. That's a single pitch away on both dice, so it's ultimately a primary hit on the front face. Get your bets in there so we can go all bet set here. So if you guys didn't check out last night, John had a show called The Trip Around the Table, and last night Dylan from Skill and Luck was was his guest, and it was an interesting show. I will say this though, the one comment that was made last night by Dylan was worth watching the entire show, and that was his goal. If he was a multi-billionaire, trillionaire, or whatever, what he would do with his money. So guys, make sure you check out John's show from last night to see what his answer was. They saw it. And we have a 2, 3, 5, Justice 5. So that's box hit number 1 for this shooter. And if you're just joining in, also, we hit the small earlier on. We made goal on the first shooter. Good morning, Alfredo's checking in. Awesome. I have not really talked to him. I saw Alfredo last week down in Joliet. I really didn't have a chance to sit down and talk to him too much. Our paths were kind of crossing, and then I took off early on Saturday with Demon Dog and went over to the Hollywood Casino, the two of us, to get a meal and sit and talk for a while, and we played craps there a little bit, and I took off from there to come back home. But that's going to allow us to go inside pressure 1 unit, $20 on the 5 and 9, 24 on the 6. We still have 10 on the 4 and 10. $15 pass line bets. That was a single pitch on the right die, primary on the, I'm sorry, a single pitch on the left die, primary on the right. We'll call that bet set there. Dice out. We're again using this Yuri grip, which is what we used for that first shooter. Dice out. And we have a 6-3-9 center field 9. And that is box hit number 2. So let's do this once now. Since we are in profit for the day, let's bring our bets down and see what we have to play with here. Because I'm going to bring everything down that I can. We still have the ATS up. So that gives us $79 over my goal. So let's put as much as we can out there. Let's go 66 inside. No. Let's go 64 across. And that still leaves $27. Let's put an extra unit on that 6. So all we're trying to do is get our money up as far as we can and still be in profit. So we'll put an extra unit on the 5 and 9. And this is the fun money right now. So that leaves us enough to put another unit on the 4 and 10. So we are $1 over goal right now. And we have got $108 on the table. So that is perfect. I am fine with that. Now we can start trend betting upwards from here. So let's call it all bets set. That was a explosion of that right die. That was a single primary in the right die. So that was 1 dice off axis there. 3, 2, 3, 6 dice out. So Cadillac Jack says he likes these dice that they're easy to see. The other easy ones to see are these right here, but these are cursed according to Jeff and John. I don't know about that, but those are actually easier to see on the table than these black ones, but they show up nice on the close-up view, I will say that. Dice out. Ooh, they went down, they split apart, but we have a 4, 6, 10. That is Waylon's best friend, Wayne, and Big Ben this time. Second 10 for the day. Definitely curses, Buckeye. Too funny. That is a double pitch on that left dice, single pitch on the right dice. So that's ultimately a single pitch of the dice. We're going to go to $25 on the 10. Make that a buy bet. 73 brought back to rack. We have 118 on the table right now. And again, 3236 is what we're going to stick with. And we'll call that all bets set. Dice out. And we have a 235 Justice 5. And that's going to let us go to $25 on that 5. So it's $94 brought back to the rack. We've got 128 on the table. And if we were to lose everything right now, we would still be $29 over gold today. So far in the shooter, we brought back $28, and the rest of it is out on the table. So that was a single pitch on that left die. That was a primary again on the right die. Good morning, Dice Dr. Dan checking in. So let's go all bets set here. Dice up, looking for that 11 and 12. We hit the small earlier on today. We were close to getting the tall. So let's see if we can hit tall this time. Dice out. And we have a 358, the Great 8. Primary on the left, that is an implosion on the right. Still have a 3 or 4 showing on a majority of these throws that we've thrown lately here. So Fredo might go play some poker tonight. That was our point, by the way. So we're going to be looking for a new point, new come out here. Let's go another $5 on that pass line. So we're up to $20. We'll go to $4 crap check. And again, 3236. So we really haven't deviated much off the 3236 today. We did do some quarter turns away for a couple rolls, but for the most part, it was pretty decent. So Buckeye wants a mid-mo yo. Call them bet set here and dice out. Good morning, Biff. Slightly short on that landing zone. We have a 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay Bushel. That is our first Old Bay Bushel for the day. And that is our third 10 for the day. So that 10 is going to become our new point, and too bad the point was not turned on because we had $25 on there. Let's take that $25 off the 10. Let's put it on the 8 and make it look like $30. So 105 brought back to the rack so far, 138 on the table. So Dice Dr. Dan is asking Alfredo if that's something new, and I don't think so. I think Alfredo is actually a poker fanatic prior to playing craps, if I'm not mistaken. So So that's an old hobby, but I'll let Alfredo answer that. We'll go all bets set here. Dice out 3, 2, 3, 6. And there's your mid-mo yo that you're looking for, Buckeye. We have a 5-6 mid-mo yo. That is true, coming to us from above. So all we need is a midnight and we'll hit that tall. That would be perfect. So that is no help for our bets. And again, that was a single pitch of that left die. That was a single pitch of the right die. So ultimately, it was actually a double pitch of the dice because they rolled one towards, one away. So we got to be careful. And we'll call it all bets set. Dice out. And we got Magic Aces, 1-1-2. So we got one of the bookends taken out. We've been throwing those quite a few times today. Too bad we don't have any other small numbers hit right now. So unfortunately, that should have been the other side. That would have been nice if that was on the flip side, which would have been that cross sixes. But again, 3, 2, 3, 6. And we will call that all bets set because that was no help for me. Press that button, please. And dice out. Yeah, we have a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer. Looks like that right dice stuck just slightly at the end of the table. So that's 6. That's going to allow us to go to $30 on that 6. 126 brought back to the rack. And we've got 150 on the table. And again, we're just using fun money right now. So I'm fine with being upside down on the shooter a little bit, even though we're on roll number 10. I'm fine with that. But it really won't matter if we can hit midnight or if we can get the 3 or 4. 3, 2, 3, 6. 3V set. Dice out. And he goes, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. Alfredo, let's see you run, my friend. Dice out. And we got a 314. That is the Big Joe from Crapsee Journey. So I say, let's see Alfredo run because you guys saw me run around the table. I did a lap with Coach Joe a couple times today already, but only one of the times I actually ran. So that is the 4. All we need is that ace deuce, and we've thrown a couple of those today. We threw actually one of those today. Let's get a little bit of sauce here. Alfredo's in the chat, so that should be a good omen for us. We have a primary on top on that last one. That was a single pitch towards us on the other one. 3, 2, 3, 6. Let's get an ace deuce here. We'll hit that small again. And then we'll get a midnight and we'll make them all. We'll go all bets set here. Dice out. Oh, I shanked it, guys. We got lucky. We really got lucky. We have another 516 KitchenAid mixer. That we got lucky with. Wow. Okay. So 516. We're going to be able to press that 6 up to $42. Blow the horn goes Buckeye. So 6 goes up to 42. And 188 brought back to the rack, 162 on the table. So we're actually into profit finally on this shooter. And again, I really didn't care as much. The reason it took so long to get in profit on the shooter is that we didn't have to regress our bets because we're putting up fun money here. So make sure you check out Texas Crap Shooters today at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. He's going to have a 6-8 low buy-in moneymaker video. So make sure you check that out, everyone. And let's go all bet set. Dice out. Cadillac Jack goes, no more scaring me. 3-2, 3-6. That was a terrible throw, that last one, but we got lucky. Here we go. And that is a leaner, guys. That is a 6 right here. That should come down, hopefully, on a 2. Yep, it came off on a 2. So 628, Duracell 8. Again, go out, support free live craps. So we're hitting those inside 6s and 8s there, as if there's any kind of other 6 or 8. They're both inside. So we'll go to $42 on the 8 as well. Still need the 3. We still need the 12. So let's go to $42 on that 8. 10 is the point. Explosion on the right die and an explosion on the left die. So it's a double explosion. That tells me that the dice came down pretty darn tight. 3, 2, 3, 6. And let's call that all bet set here. So we have Bags in first place on Crapsee with 4,086. CMJ Joe is finally in 8th place with a profit of $386. And Frida is at $1,000 profit. Roger's at $424. So variety of people finally in the positives here. 3, 2, 3, 6, dice out. Oh my God, guys. What's the chance of this? 2, 6, 8. Duracell 8. Again, go out, support free live craps. Thumbs up, subscribe. You guys know the business. Make sure you show the support for all of us who you enjoy watching. And hopefully I'm on that list of people that you enjoy watching. You are here. So anyhow, we're going to bring that up to $60 on the 6 now. So we're going to make it look like 60. Slowly working it up. 272 brought back to the rack. 192 on the table. Buckeye wants a horn hit. We need 2 more horn hits. Not 1 more, 2 more here, my friend. And let's go bet set. Dice out. Yeah, we did not get the horn hit, but we have a 2, 3, 5. Justice 5. So we're going to go to $35 on that 5. And we have another good shooter here. First and last shooter today. Second and third were a bunch of crappity crap. It is hard to hit the 3 or the 12 on this set, Dan. I did hit the 3, once today. Sometimes I do hit it a lot, but again, I'm not going to change the set, guys. We're rolling for repeats. If we get to 3 or 12, that would be awesome. But I'm not super trying for it, honestly. I'm just taking what's coming to me here. And have a good Friday or now. Back to work he goes. John, make sure that you start your show whenever you want. Do not wait for me, my friend. I have no problem with that. But he says it looks like I'm throwing a little plastic shit sandwich today. And it would be, we get the shit in the middle. Dice out. You know what the funny thing is that I did not bet on the second and third shooter. I only bet on the first and last shooter today. We have a 415. The trucking camper. So that is awesome. So we're going to press that 5 up to $60 as well. So we have the 5, 6 at $60. We have the 8 at 42, 15 on the 4 and 9. And in fact, if I was at the real table, I'd probably bring that 4 and 9 either off the table or I'd bring it down to $10 because I'm treating this as a $10 table. Again, we'll go 3, 2, 3, 6. Since the roll is going nice, I'm not even looking at the dice. I'm not even analyzing the dice right now. We're just going to keep on with the roll here. So, and let's go all bets set here. So we got 16 on this roll, 20 on the first one, and dice out. Dice did split apart. We have a 2-2 hard for the Ian double deuce. So too bad it's not that 10 because 10 is a point. Nice to hit that point, but we're going to bring that for $25 now. That's not a problem, John. Do what you need to do, my friend. I will finish the show as soon as we're done with the roll. I always debate on, you know, if it's 10 to 9, do I do another shooter or not? Because I hate running over into your show. Sometimes it's unfortunate that I do, and it's uncontrollable. 383 brought back to rack, 237 on the table. All bets set. Still need that 3 or the 12. Thanks so much. And we got a 639 center field 9. I don't like the way those dice came off the back wall on that one, but I will take it. Go to $25 on the 9 now. So we have got four brought back to the table, or back to the rack, 247 on the table. So we're almost, but $90 shy of double our bets as far as table versus rack. So definitely in the profit today. If I lost everything, we would have made a profit today of $300+, which is well above the blue collar crap style. But this is where playing with your fun money is where it can actually pay off. And that's exactly what we did. We did not go below our profit goal. We actually went everything up to $1 above it. And then that is all fun money that we're actually playing with now that we're making a profit off of. So dice out. Ooh, that was a weird roll, guys. 145 trucking camper again. Horse and buggy. So we had $60 on that 5, so that's a nice hit there. That's going to allow us to go up to $90 now on that 5. So bringing some back, putting some back on the table. So we brought 84 back. We're going to pressure it $30 extra, so we're bringing it up to 90. 48 back, 277 on the table. So we're $200+ in the profit in our rack. Again, I'm really not analyzing the dice. We're sticking with the same dice set here because it is treating us well here. And it's going to be roll number 20. So John hopefully did not curse me with that shit sandwich. So let's call that all that set. And dice out. And there we go, guys. There we go. We have the Ace Deuce Alfredo sauce. So the second time we hit that small today. So that is a huge win. Huge take back. Lit up half that green, that screen green. Wow. Okay. All we need is midnight now. That would be perfect. And that did nothing for our bets here. So let's keep our bets the same. If we could hit midnight, that would be an awesome way to end a Friday, or to start a Friday, I should say, not the end, the start of Friday, because this is actually the end of my Thursday, because I worked last night. So thank you, Dan. And Alfredo says a little bit of sauce. Alfredo sauce. 2 and 3. So we will dice out here. Ooh, slightly long on that landing zone, guys. We got lucky. 2, 3, 5, Justice 5. So that is our first black chip that we have for the day. So we're going to pressure that actually up to $120 now. So let's go 2, 3, 5. We'll get that entered in. We'll have $120 on that 5. And here is a point now that I'm not going to do it right now, but this is something that a person can consider. It's been a while since we've hit that 6 and 8. We have $60 on the 6, 42 on that 8. That might be a situation, guys, if I was at the real craps table where I would bring those down to, say, 42 each or down to 30 each. It brings some of that money back to the rack so you don't lose it, because it has been quite a few rolls since we hit that. But that was a single pitch of the left die, primary on the right die on that last throw. So let's go all bets set here. Dice out. Ooh, hop, skip, and a jump, guys. And I will show you one dice right here. And I think you can probably guess the other one. 5-2 Bruce. Do not become shark bait. So that is the end of the roll, guys. And we eclipsed that 20 mark. We did hit the small, so we had a profit today of, substantial profit today. $462 on that shooter, plus the 100 something that we made earlier today. So we're up about $600 for the day. So that is an amazing roll, roll for the day. Anyhow, let's go look at our statistics for the day. And we had a 20 and a 22 for our two shooters with the shit in between, like John said. SLR today is a 12.5. SRR is a 7.3. 3 come out 7s. We had box numbers, inside numbers, 4s and 10s, all were expected. Come out 7s are a little bit high. Horns are high. Fields are expected. Hardways are a little bit low today. Our strong numbers are that 5 really hit a lot, as well as the 8 hit and the 11. So 3 of the numbers were pretty strong there. Let's go look at our our black belt statistics, and this is through the end of yesterday. So we have 4 recorded sessions on black belt. We have 5th today, but this is through the end of yesterday. 150 rolls in. We have an SOR of 8.23, SRR of 6.0, and a BSR of 5.28 with 2 come out 7s. So today's statistics will definitely bring those numbers up. Again, the further we get into the program on the black belt, the harder it is to bring the numbers up. So we need to do this early and then keep them up as we go forward here. So I did not remind about the international shooter. Guys, we have 6 days to sign up for that. Go over to the Skype group. And if you're interested in entering the international shooter competition, this is the 2nd annual that we're going. Last year, I was in the top 4. I did not feel I was in the top 4 best shooters. This year, I think I should hopefully be up there again. I did knock Alfredo out early last year, and which is funny because Alfredo's a 20 times better shooter than I am. But I got lucky, and guys, it is amazing. It's a fun tournament. You don't have to be a great shooter because some random rollers made it far into the tournament as well. But make sure you check out this Craps Nation Skype group. Sign up so we can get everybody started by March 1st, and we'll go forward from there. But hey, everybody have a great weekend. My name is Joe. This is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Have a great weekend. Be safe and be prosperous.